Hi everybody, how are y'all doing? Doing well? Good to hear, hopefully you are. I'm coming back at you for my third Flosstube. We'll see how this one goes. I have a ton of finishes, so this one's probably gonna be called a finish parade. I'm really excited, I've never filmed one of those. I just got the itch last night. I was like, I'm waking up, I'm going to Joann's and Michael's and all the stores, and we're gonna finish the cross stitches that we've recently finished. And I cannot be more excited to show you guys. It's gonna be so cool. Enjoy, sit back, grab yourself a drink like myself. The Rockies are still cold, if you know what I mean. And they're still blue. So I have haul, I have stitchy kindness, I have whip progress, I have tons of finishes, I have some sewing. So we're gonna get into it. I want to say thank you to everybody for subscribing and clicking the notification bell. I want to thank everybody for commenting, liking the videos, reaching out to me on Instagram or on YouTube comments and chit-chatting with me for a bit. It's really, really nice. Everyone has been so welcoming. I hit 2,000 subscribers and that's insane. It's insane that I have like almost 20,000 views on my YouTube channel, like 20,000 clicks and watches. Even for like 5 seconds, it's still 20,000, and like, I don't know, it means a lot when y'all subscribe and talk to me and buy me coffee and, you know, just all the cute stuff and just shows that this community is really just absolutely amazing. So we're gonna start with a couple of questions. So I have my book here. Someone asked to actually see it. Like in my last video, they wrote a comment about that, so I'm gonna show that. It's like the world map. I'm gonna eventually do a world map cross stitch, but this is just like a journal, and it just has like a folding piece right here. It's magnetized, so when I close, it clicks. But I like to keep it in here while I'm writing because I can close it then. So it's just wide rule. This is all like personal stuff. I mean, I guess y'all can look at it if you wanted, like, to pause that, but it's really just kind of like the framework of like my YouTube videos, and then like who I want to shout out and stuff because of what they've been doing. So yeah. So Cheryl Bruger, I think that's how you say your name. You asked me what this is right here. This is actually a salt lamp. It is a Himalayan salt lamp, and I've had it for a couple of years, and it used to be huge. I use it all the time. My mom got it for me for Christmas. So what I do is I take my essential oils, which are right there, and I drizzle just a little on, or do a few droplets. And while the salt lamp is warming up, it diffuses the essential oil. It smells really good. And then someone asked me what was on my bookshelf. I'm not gonna do like a bookshelf tour because I don't think that's really, you know, that important. But I do have my graduation cap right there from high school. I have the lanyards up there on I have an N all the way at the top right there for Noah, obviously. And I stained it like way back in the day and made that. And then the cords hang off of that. I have my pothos, which drapes on both sides of the bookshelf. I have pine cones from my mom's house. I have these bears from Gatlinburg. This one lays down like this. Every time that my family and I go to Gatlinburg, it's like the whole family, we get like a Gatlinburg bear so we can like commemorate it. So that's the reason I have another one there. I have some down there, some up there, pine cones again. This is the Rubik's Cube. I can solve it in like less than a minute. This is a cross stitch. Watch, I'm gonna be demonetized. It says, once I defeat this chemical imbalance in my brain, it's over for you. And then you can read that last word if you want. I saw that quote somewhere and I charted it up super quick over like a course of like 20 minutes and stitched it up within an hour. I have a hermit crab down there at the bottom, and then of course I have all my schoolwork binders at the very bottom of my bookshelf because they're the heaviest. And then I also had another question from Cranes 1973. You asked how my student teaching was going to go with COVID-19. As of now, we are going into the schools. We go into the schools mid-October. And so I will be in the schools for 3.5 weeks. And of course, they have asked me to remain on a cycle of being tested, as well as, of course, taking all the necessary precautions. But as long as the public schools are open, then we will continue forward with the student teaching. So no big deal. I do 3.5 weeks this semester, closer to 5 depending upon how schools work out. And then I do 15 weeks next semester. So we'll see. We're on track. Everything seems to be going forward as planned. So that's very good, very good. Very thankful. Mentioning of school, it's been going all right. It's a lot more. It's just a lot because of COVID, and I feel like we have just a little bit more work to do this semester because we're kind of having to check multiple places for the same stuff for, and I don't want to complain about it. It's a time-consuming thing, so that's the reason I'm so excited about all my finishes and my WIP progress because it's really been hard because of the of schoolwork and stuff. You know what I mean? So I know Julie Nicely. She's here on Flosstube too. I'll link her down there. She's really cool. And so, what's it called? Oh, so I'm gonna link her down there, but she's the one that's doing Pandemic within the end of the year. And I think she's gonna be done like mid-November. Like I don't even think she's gonna like actually finish it December 31st. And she's already like 8 pages in or something. It's insane. And so I'm gonna link her down there. She's doing a beautiful conversion with black and like rainbow colors, like blocks of like red and blue, and it's really cool. It's really fucking cool. So circling all the way back to how we got to this point in the first place. School is taking the back seat today. Today is Labor Day. Thank you to all of those, who want to celebrate that with me on that. This is a day of, the point is I'm off and I'm taking the day to relax and just, be thoughtful. And so instead of doing any schoolwork today, I just chose to stick to my cross stitch, my crafts, and my sewing because I love all of them and I want to spend time with all of them. So let's start with my first finish. This was done last night. I was on the phone with Derek and Christian and I was like, okay, should I do this or this or this? And then they told me one way and I was like, okay, that's a lot more work than I want to do right now. So I'm gonna do it my way. So I don't know if y'all remembered in my multi-craftual video, which was my most recent video, I had a square laid out color block. It was just the top, like a quilt top. It was my first quilt top. So I just was really running it through on my machine to see how it would stitch up. And I didn't know what to do with it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I can make a pillow with it. So that's what I did. I made a pillow. And this is her. Okay, I was getting lint off. She's a little chunky because I slept with her last night. But look, isn't that just adorable? I'll show you an up close here in just a second. But look, it wraps around. See how it goes from the purple, green, purple, green, purple, green, purple, green? I did that on purpose because I wanted it. I love it. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? I slept with it last night. I woke up and I was like, it's so soft. I just used, if anybody's wondering about what I used in it, This is actually just a batik fabric pack that I picked up from Amazon. Well, they picked it up and dropped it off. But so I sewed all of them together. It's only like 20 blocks, and just wanted to press my seams the right way and check on my points. And so then I just sewn it together. I just flipped it, put the right sides together, sewn the outside in a U, and then top stitched the top. So yeah, isn't that awesome? Okay, back on the bed, because I film in my bedroom. Don't take that nasty. I just film in my bedroom. The lighting is better in here, and I have a little bit more room and a background, and you know, trying to make this as professional as I can. And then I take a sip of my Rocky Mountain water. Okay, so my next finish. This is a throwback. So this was way before I started Flosstube. This was right as soon as I started my Instagram. And Subversive Cross Stitch. I'm sure everyone knows of them. They're like a snarky cross stitch designer that is just like, they are right up my alley when it comes to stitching. Just very political, and drops some, you know, curse words in there every now and then. And so what this piece does is it does have the F word on this. If you're sensitive to that, then look away for the next 30 seconds. But I'm about to show this piece. It's a COVID-19 related piece, and they designed it and offered it as a free cross stitch to help people stay home. So I've got it right here. I've got it framed. I finished it in March, before like the pandemic really started. And I didn't really realize like the depth that we were gonna have to go to, but then I just finished it today. So, got the frame at Joann Craft Store, but look at this. Oh my god, this might be the screen grab. Oh, I can't have the curse word in the thumbnail, right? I don't know, let's pause for a little bit to see. YouTube might allow me to, they give you like a few options, and if I hold it here for a while, it might give me some options. Okay, so, give you an up close look at it. Obviously it says, stay the fuck home, and it says March 2020, NKB, COVID-19. I added that down there at the bottom because I was obviously referencing why you should stay home. I did everything as charted, the colors and everything. And they actually reposted it on their Instagram when I finished it, and so I've got to repost it tonight with the fully finished, and they might repost me again. I don't know, girl, they might. That just makes me so happy, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it looks so good. I'm so happy it's framed. And it's like the perfect size for a 5x7 frame. So, this other one is one that I made in protest of diversity and inclusion SAL. Obviously, representation matters. That SAL as well. I stitched this the weekend that I went to my first ever protest. I wanted to commemorate that in some way, and I wanted to just have, again, we've established here on this channel that I try to have meaning and like emotion behind my cross stitches and purpose, because I think if I put that time into something, it should mean something special. So, like with the COVID-19 or my Zelda piece or my Harry Potter or my Lion King or Save the Stitches, like there's always a meaning behind it. And so this is my Love Lives Here piece. It was by a designer on Etsy. You can literally look up Love Lives Here. I did it in honor of if love lives here, there's not enough room for hate. And I find that if you reach out and give a giving hand, the response back is always 10 times more fold. You always have more come back, and who doesn't want to live that way, you know, for anyone. I mean, so love lives here, and that goes for everyone. That goes for women, that goes for Black, indigenous people of color, that goes for obviously LGBTQ plus community. It, you know, different religions, and everyone belongs here, and the people that don't will be booted. I will boot. I have already booted. I do not mess with people like that at all. We don't do that here. It's not welcome. Because love is more powerful. That's what we do. So, now to kind of come back from the deep stuff, I'm gonna get your drink out. Okay. So, I joined Michelle Bendy Stitchy's YouTube membership program. So for those of you who don't know, some YouTubers, some Flosstubers, create membership channels on their YouTube channel that you pay to become a member of. So it's almost like you get this like extra little nugget of this channel. So you get extra videos, you get community questions, you get free patterns, you get like up and coming patterns that she's stitching on, and you can figure out what it is before most people do. Like Drama Llama, I knew was like on there before it came out, and I still have mine coming this week. But so she put on a little pattern, which is not free because she is gonna sell it. But she trusted the people that are in this YouTube like membership program not to like share it and stuff. She did it as actually a model test, like a model stitcher contest. So a model stitcher is someone that stitches the design and then it's taken a photo of, because that is going to be the picture on the pattern. So that's what you see what it looks like. So she offered this design out there. Choose your own colors, stitch it up. It was only like 32 by 32. Stitch it up, put on your own colors, send it in by the 1st or something, like September 1st, August 31st, something. And you can be entered into the contest. Obviously, the winner sends in their stitching, it gets finished, gets a photo of it, and then they get their name put on the pattern as the model stitcher, because that's what Michelle does. So I missed the deadline, like terribly, like so bad. And so I was like, okay, cool, whatever, I'll just still stitch it because it's adorable. And then I was like, oh my god, I can make a Halloween ornament out of it. And before Halloween disappears, I have a Halloween ornament. So here it is, I finished it today. It's a new start and a fully finished object. Look at that! Oh my god, it's so cute, it's so cute. Girl, I'm like panicking because this is so adorable. Look at that. So actually what's not pictured on here is there's like a UFO, like right here. So there's also UFOs on here. Isn't that cool? So like I thought like it would be perfect. It's like Halloween spooky and then like outer space spooky. But this is on the Fortnite Fabrics. This is the one that Derek, Christian, and I all dyed together when I put my owl on it. Which, mentioning of the owl, this is my next finished object. This is the Halloween Hoot Owl by Just Cross Stitch. It is in the 2014 edition, the Halloween one. And I finished it up today as well. I want to show that here now. I didn't want him to be alone because Herbert deserves more friends, so I put him on a flock of owls. I think it's called a flock. Maybe this will be my screen grab. Makes my eyes look blue. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I gag because this is showing such true to color. Beautiful. And there he is. He's a wall hanging. Okay. We're moving quick. We're moving quick. So this next one, even more sentimental than Halloween Hoot Owl, because it is by Julie, Hemlock and Rye Stitchery. I'll link her down below. I should write this stuff down just to make sure that I actually do it. So I got Julie Nicely. I got the boys, C and D. Okay. Okay. So, it's time to open up my next Rocky Mountain water. You see the mountains? So this is by Hemlock and Rye Stitchery. Not trying to brag, but I am the first person to stitch and fully finish it other than Julie. Julie obviously finished it because it's her pattern, she was stitching it up. But I am the first person to do this. All three houses, I've got cherry, orange, and quince. They're all fruits, I understand that. I say quince, you might say something different. I've gotten a million comments about it. I still get comments about it. I understand, we're all in this together. I think I just have had too many like Spanish classes and Spanish friends or Spanish speaking friends, because I still say quince sometimes and then I say quince other times, or quince. And so it's all just good, it's all good. I went to the fabric store today and got myself a lovely checkered fabric. And the reason or not checkered, a gingham plaid, because I wanted to highlight the border. The houses are so impactful with their stance and their amount of stitching that they have, that they don't really need something to envelop them. Then I'm afraid that it would wash it out. So what I did instead was find something that would highlight the top border that I stitched. So this border is not the border that Julie charted. I created this border. I did use elements of her border to piece this together, but it is different. So if you receive her pattern, this is not what your pattern will look like. I changed it. This is not on Julie, I changed it. I added beads, I added more like lights. They're supposed to be fruits. I wanted them to be Christmas lights because I wanted more Christmas elements. So even though I'm gonna keep this up all year round. So are we ready? This might be my screen grab because it's absolutely stunning. Oh my god. Look at that. Doesn't that just make you so happy? I don't know words to say. So let's look at the border for a second. Do you see what I'm talking about? I've got the blue in the light, the red, yellow, green at the actual cord. I've got the red, the orange, everything is there. It pulls that border up. It makes it stand out more. It even makes the Christmas tree stand out because of the colors. I will do a tutorial video one day on how I finish these, but just give me a little bit of time, okay? Look at this. These are huge. This is the size of an adult male's hand. Like, it's insane, isn't it? I love it. I love it so much. It's my baby doll. I love her. And she's a finish. She's a finished. I hope I'm not too annoying about that, because that just makes me so happy. I've put so much time into her, and me and Julie's friendship has really blossomed over the course that I stitched this. So it just means a lot. It just means a lot. You know, it makes me so happy. So I'm really not going to do an official haul today, just because it's kind of been in scrambles. I feel like stuff has come in at different times, and I thought I had stuff and I didn't have stuff, and I'm trying to kit some stuff up for Halloween, because I'm going to do dark October. I'm just going to stitch all Halloween in October, literally nothing else, not even my sals. I'll catch up in November, but so this is new. Sadly, it's a new start on my Mirabilia. And it's also stitchy haul, because I bought the Caroline OffTheGridNeedlearts. She has a online like embroidery bag site. They're like tote bags, and they're also flat bags. You can use your knitting in them, you can put your crochet in them, depending upon your size of your project. You can put your cross stitch in them, and that's what I do. And this is just fabulous work. Her work is phenomenal. Sewing is impeccable. Honestly, as a sewer, I was looking at, or a sewist, I don't know what we say. I was looking at it just to observe and kind of like understand how she pieced it together, and it is just impeccable. A stitch is not even out of place, I promise. Has a beautiful hand strap that you can throw on your arm and carry. It makes it super light. There's a batting on the inside that gives it the structure of it, but it does also help with having the flosses and fabric in here. The bottom is quilted to bend, and this fabric is a little bit tougher. It's almost like a utility fabric, and this is the soft skeleton fabric. I don't know if Caroline does this for everyone, but she did send me a private message and said, hey, your bag is on top, here's a photo. And then she shared that I'm gonna have a special zipper pull, and I was so excited. And look at this zipper pull. Oh my God. It's a little skeleton. Oh, that's the back of them. Come on, boo. There you go. Isn't that just so cute? But I keep my mirror in this, and she just has like a classic ivory white finish on the inside. So I did have to restart my mirabilia. I do not have the pattern in front of me, so I do not have what the finished object looked like. But if you Google August Peridot Fairy by Mirabilia, it'll come up. So as we know, I was stitching on this last time I was with you guys. We were talking about how I was working up the dress and I was going to come across to the fairy wing. And this is where I had gotten on her. A lot of progress, actually, because I didn't even have the fairy wing yet. I got all of this done. Okay. And then I realized something. When I was connecting the colors back to the body wasn't aligning, but the colors were. I had counted over by like 3 stitches incorrectly. So I have to restart, and I'm pretty discouraged. I remember that night I just set my stitching aside and I said, tomorrow's a new day. I'm not even in the mood to pick up anything else because I don't even look at it. So what I did instead is I got my stuff together. I enjoyed the rest of my evening, a little bit of wine, a little bit of crochet, and I had a good night. It's okay to put your stitching down when you don't feel like it. You don't have obligations to anyone. That being said, I do feel like with this channel, I feel like I have to stitch more because I want to show more. But it's not something I can't still put back down. So never feel that you're stitching as a job, unless you're getting commission. If you're getting commission, congrats, and it is a job, get it together, sis. But if it's not, enjoy it. It's a hobby. It's a hobby. As Derek would say, I'm getting philosophical. So I had to restart my Mira. Here she is. I got all of her skin done. So remember, the dress and the fairy wing are scrapped. They're no longer. I can't stitch on that anymore. So I wanted to restart with her skin because I was doing a skin conversion and I wanted to see what she would look like. So I started putting her in, and this is what she looks like. Oh, that's showing true to color. Yes. I have her on Fairy Ring by Fortnite Fabrics. This is an even weave 32 count. I was going to do her skin 1/1, but I actually chose at the end not to. This is what she looks like. She has blue eyes still, and I'm going to do her red hair. I was doing an Instagram live, and we were talking about should I leave the red hair, and I chose ultimately to do that. So I'm stitching on her red hair now, and that's her. Isn't she beautiful? She goes in a beautiful bag because she deserves a beautiful fabric and she deserves beautiful threads. I got all my beads for her set up too. And Caroline gave me the beautiful Notion pouch that goes with that. Again, beautiful zipper, well done, well tailored, and then of course the classic ivory and inside. I actually just keep it inside the bigger bag. It holds my scissors, my threads when I'm on the go. I could see it being really helpful if it was like a pair of scissor holders when I'm like taking a yarn project on the go too. mentioning of Notion pouches, I have some Stitchy Kindness from Robert because again, I'm not doing the Stitchy haul today. I'm just gonna do it fluttered through or like scattered throughout. He gave me, for my birthday, he gave me a 50, I'm not gonna tell you how much, but I just kind of did. He gave me a real good gift card, girl. He gave me a good gift card to Fire Poppies, which is my O&S, my online needlework shop. I do enjoy them. And I just wanted to show it. It's like a denim quilted. It's got a bright green inside, and then he's got his name embroidered at the top. Made by RFF, Robert Francis Fry 2020. Isn't that just amazing? And it's quilted. I love it. So in this beautiful bag, I have the infamous Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. This is the big bag. Again, with the beautiful denim, the quilting is here. And of course the lime green inside with his name written on top, as it should be. So, I've got my pattern in here. I gotta move it out of the way real quick. I was just posting photos of it on Instagram, actually. And again, we know what this looks like. Pandemic, Long Dog Samplers. Everyone's seen it. I'm not going to insert cover art. I'm trying to keep the video a little bit tighter today. See if that maybe help people enjoy the rest of the video. But I've got it on this beautiful Aida, this 18 count Aida. I did hand dye it myself with some Rit dyes. I do have a hand dyeing tutorial coming out soon, but not right now. I'm too busy with school. But when I get a chance, I'll get it for you. So this is where I'm at. Isn't that stunning? I added 310 to the Blanc. This is the overall progress. There you go. I think you can see all of it now. But yeah, this is it. So, there you go. Isn't that insane? I got a whole page finish. I did a whole page finish for you guys because I did not want to come back to Flosstube without having a page finish on Pandemic because I felt so bad for not having as much progress done on it. I mean, again, Julie Nicely, I mean, she literally had 8 pages done. Other people are soaring through this, soaring through it. And I'm like, in the background, like, I got the border done. Like, nobody cares, girl. Get it together, Karen. Sorry to the Karens that are actually out there that are nice. Y'all have really been, it's been a shitty year for y'all, hasn't it? Okay, so this is the bag that I created myself. It is my cat unicornish rainbow super gay stuff. It's mine, so it's gay. I've got the moon and stars inside. This is my Woman of Color, My Lady Liberty, Patriotic by Sinji Stitch, and I am doing a skin conversion on her, and her name is Naomi. Her name is Naomi because I have a, there's a whole story in the second Flosstube that I did. If you want to listen to it, it's like the halfway mark, go for it. I have it on 25 count opal, opalescent fabric by Fortnite Fabrics, which is Derek and Christian Married with Stitches. And this is where I have not done anything for her. So she is still at the same stage that you saw her last time. I am gonna finish her by the next Flosstube. Not fully finished, just finished stitching wise. I just gotta pull her back out. I finished other things like the owl and the houses and Pandemic. I've just had a busy, it's been a lot. Again, that was by Sinji Stitch. That is on 25 count opalescent by Fortnite Fabrics. This is my own bag. This is my first bag I ever made. I just unzipped it. This is the blue teal inside. And this has got my Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler 2020 on it. I might make this, oh my god, this Flosstube might be under an hour. I live for that. Isn't that exciting? I think that's so exciting. Work. Okay, so Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler 2020. We don't know what it means. Oh my god. This like tablet is like freaking out on me right now. Okay, back to the conversation that we were having. I love technology sometimes. 2020 mystery sampler. It's a stitch along. It comes out on the 1st of every month. You don't know what it looks like until it comes out on the 1st, and then you stitch it, and then you keep it moving. It's a 12-month thing. It's a year-long project. I started it in January, and I'm still on track. So I did catch up. I went ahead and did August a few nights ago, and actually probably like a week, 2 weeks ago now. Definitely 2 weeks ago, because I did it like right after I said I wasn't going to stitch on it. I was like, I want to stitch on that, and then it got done. I have not done September yet. It just came out. Again, I've been busy finishing other stuff, so we are not at September yet. I do have to put the board behind this one because it blows itself out if I don't. The needle minder is by Josh's Cross Stitch on Instagram. Super cool dude. He has a really cool Etsy, so that's where you find him, and that's where his Etsy is at. This is it right now. Isn't that beautiful? I think all of my cross stitches are beautiful. Is that selfish? I hope not. Y'all let me know down below. So September actually has me coming from right here and hitting the border, the sided border. So I still have a lot of extra fabric on the side, so once I do that, I can actually cut it off, which would be cool. I like to keep my scraps, so I'll give it a pretty 2-inch border and call it a day. But yeah, that's that one. I am stitching this kind of with everybody. I mean, it's a stitch along, so I'm not stitching it with like one particular person, but everybody in the Facebook group is always amazing. Everyone's variations are beautiful. And of course I have some friends that are stitching it too, like Kansas City Girl, Julie, she's the one that designed the houses. She's stitching this. Robert Pampers Fry, the one that gave me that bag, is stitching this. There's a lot of people stitching this, and it's a beautiful sampler. I love it. And with it being sampler September, it makes sense to stitch on it too. So maybe I'll put in some good time with her here soon. And get September done. October's gonna have to wait till November. That's already decided and done. It's nothing but Halloween. Halloween the whole time. So I'm also working on the Mill Hill Buttons and Beads Autumn series. It's the espresso. I've got the kit, of course, because that's how Mill Hill does theirs. I've gotten most of the actual physical stitching done on it. See? I've gotten most of the physical stitching done on it, and majority of the rest is border, and it's done in beads, even the table. So there's like a couple outlines on the table, but other than that, it's a lot of bead work, and I'm looking forward to it. I enjoy bead work. I just haven't really been able to pick that one up recently, just because when I get on the Zoom calls, they're becoming a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. Meaning that I'm not sitting there stitching because I'm a little wound up making sure that I'm like paying attention and like, I don't know, hear me complaining about all this, but it is what it is. So those are my whips. Someone asked me about my castle sampler. The 2x2 stitch art is the seller on that. The one with the castles and the 4 motifs. I have not picked it back up. It is not calling my name. It is not going to be a UFO. It's just going to be abandoned right now. It'll come back out probably before the end of the year. I like working on it in the winter time, and it makes me feel warm and fuzzy. But it's not abandoned permanently. It will come back. I've been doing a lot more sewing. Of course, I did all those finishes, so that's amazing. I'm going to get those hung up around my house. I don't know. What are we thinking? How has y'all's as the boys say, fortnight been? Mine's been pretty good. This is kind of like the life section of my Flosstube. If you don't want to hear about it, you don't have to listen to it. This is just kind of where I sit here and air out my dirty laundry and my life, and just kind of talk about where I'm at and what I'm accomplishing, what I'm failing at. So in a year, I can look back on it and say, oh my God, like look at where you were, look at your growth. And this is what I'm doing it for. So what I've been watching recently, I rewatched the Twilight series. I have to watch Eclipse tonight. Everyone's rewatching it. I don't know why. I think Hulu just dropped it for free. And that's why everyone's rewatching it. But I didn't remember it being so bad. It's so cheesy. It's so incredibly cheesy. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. But it's so funny. Like, I was texting Julie about it the other day. I'm like, Edward is just like grinning at her for like 5 minutes, and she's just like la-di-da-di-da, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, you could cut like 30 minutes from the video of just like glaring at each other, just like, that's what they were doing. I swear, I promise. And then I also have, I was watching those. I've been rewatching The 100 because season 7's coming out. It's already out, but it's about to drop on Netflix. So I started watching mid-season because I need to know what's happening. And then I'll just watch it again when it drops on Netflix. I was watching a couple of the Saw movies because the new Saw movie is coming out soon. I watched Midsommar again. That was just a good thriller. It's a good every now and then one. What I've been listening to, the Michelle Obama podcast. I started listening to Janelle Monáe. I've been listening to my record player, my records. I've been listening to my podcast, like That's Why We Drink. I've been watching Drag Race, Canada's Drag Race. I haven't really been reading. It's just been textbook work, which really sucks because I enjoy reading. But I don't want to, like, not even audiobooks right now because I keep, like, I don't want to sit down and do it. And it's just, you know, it's kind of disappointing. But it is what it is. I mean, I only have so much time in the day, you know? But yeah, that's where we're at. So, I'll do my closeouts then. We're gonna be under 45 minutes. This is insane. That's literally less than half of the time of majority of my videos. So, I will talk to y'all later. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notifications when it goes live and when I go posted. I've been going on Instagram live quite a bit, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's noah.stitches, just a period. It's just like my Flosstube name, just with a period in between, no spaces. And I'm really having a good time on those. People are coming in and we're getting personal and like having like good conversations, and y'all are stitching and I'm stitching, and it's just super cool. We're also doing, we want to do like a spend the whole night together and stitch together for the whole night. So if you live over in like the North America time area, maybe we can kind of get together on a live or on YouTube live or something and just stitch for 4 or 5 hours at like midnight, so we're up really early. That'd be pretty cool. But we can do that together. We can get that together. I don't know, there's just a lot. And also, I post my finishes before my Flosstube goes live. So you'll be able to see, like, my pandemic page finish has been on my Instagram for about a day now. So if you follow me there, you'll see stuff before I come back. So you'll see me again in 2 weeks on Monday. That's going to be, what's it called? I don't even know what day. That'll be the 14th, right? Yeah, the 15th. It should be the 15th. So if you'll see me back here on September 15th, we'll catch a party. We'll make it happen. There should be a lot of stuff at that point. Some brewing projects and some progress. So subscribe to see more. Drop a beautiful comment down below. It's been incredible with the response that y'all have given me, and I do want to thank you again for 2,000 subscribers. So, I may follow Married with Stitches lead and do a 3,000 subscriber thing. So, we'll see though. All right, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.